See me okay? Okay. Freezing? Okay. It's like Facebook is holding me hostage. I'm trying to break away from the Facebook Live since they're deleting them now. I really don't want to have to go back on my word and do a live on Facebook, but I will until we get this thing figured out. So someone says that I'm free. There it goes. Okay, that's better. All right. And I need to, like I said, give everyone a few moments to come in because I've got to build my live audience here on YouTube before we get started. I'm So I am doing it here. Hello, Miss Jock. So much. It's, don't tell me it's freezing. All right. In the meantime, just tell me what it because if I have to go live on Facebook, I really I'm trying to break away from that. I can see and hear you, and then I can't. It is in and out. Okay. Because this is an important conversation that I need to have because I need my mamas to be praying. I need my mamas to be praying, and I really need to talk to you all about this. All right, y'all. So do y'all want to meet me on Facebook or do y'all want to weather the storm here? Just right now. I got one thumbs up from Tina. Just let me know, Facebook or YouTube. Put in Facebook or YouTube. If it's y'all know how I am on YouTube, what it's like on YouTube. If you prefer the YouTube quality over Facebook quality, weather the storm here. Okay. Somebody said Facebook. So we got one for YouTube and one for Facebook. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Let's vote this thing out. Let's vote. We're gonna tough it out here. YouTube, YouTube. Okay. All right, YouTube. All right. So we're just gonna tough it out here, y'all, because I've got to build the audience here. And we need to have a conversation. How many of you have heard about the shooting of 18-year-old Ryan Hinton in Ohio? Um, just let me know what show of hands. I don't even know if they have hearts or whatever that you all can do, but let me know if you've heard of him. And for those of you who haven't heard, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. 18-year-old Ryan Hinton was shot and killed by police this past Thursday. They are saying that he and three other guys led the police on a chase. Police was responding to the report of a stolen vehicle. At some point, they all went to running. The police got out of the car. They said 6 seconds after one of the police officers got out of the car, there was a shooting, several shots. Ryan was shot twice and he died. Police said that you could hear in the body cam where one of the officers was yelling, "He's got a gun." And they said that he was pointing the gun. And so they shot and they killed him. He got shot and he was twice and he died. The very next day, his father, Rodney Hinton, ran over and killed another police officer who was directly at the hospital. He was in critical condition. He did on TikTok, and you TikTok primarily where a lot of our young people gather. On TikTok, when you go through and you read the comments, let me tell you something. It is like, I mean, it is so sad. It is so sad because there are people who are hailing Ryan Hinton's father, Rodney, a hero for shooting and killing another officer who had nothing to do with the shooting and killing of his son. They are asking for his GoFundMe. They're saying that he's a good father. They're saying that we're tired of this. They're saying that all officers are bad, blah, blah, blah. They're celebrating the death of an officer who was not even there, which by in itself is scary that one person can African American female. And it is alarming, which people do it all the time, that another African American female can go and do something to somebody, but then I'm the one who gets harmed because of what this other person did. He will say, okay, yeah, that's justified. That makes sense. No, you weren't there. No, you had nothing to do with it. No, you didn't even know who the person was. But because you were the quickest person I can, and y'all, to my brothers, a hard conversation with you all because you all are hailing this man as a hero, and this man has no remorse whatsoever. I was looking at him in court. They're fussing. I don't. I got to go do the research, but apparently he appeared before the judge, Rodney Hinton. They said that there were like 30 officers in the court with him. They were in court. I ain't gonna lie, and they were all lined up. He was, making his yeah face and everything at them. I mean, he was just as angry on. Nobody. There have been many of us who are bad. I personally know police officers who would literally lay their lives down on the line for you, no matter what color you are. But now we got a younger generation of young people that are just saying, kill them all. That all of them are bad. They are the same thing to police officers that they're saying police officers are doing to us, and then they're saying it's wrong. The moment you start reacting in the same manner as your enemy, you become the enemy. So now this man has went and killed somebody that had nothing to do with the unaliving of his son. He's in jail, and the person who killed his son or shot his son, justified or unjustified, or no, we got to see what the evidence says. He's free. Now this man will not be able to go to his son's funeral. Now this man will be grieving alone in a cell somewhere. Now his family, they've lost not one but two people. If he had other children, they've lost their daddy. They lost their brother. They lost their daddy. If he was married, his wife has lost her husband. He's not winning in this. You want to do a GoFundMe to pay for his lawyer's fees. Everything is count. I mean, everything is. There are witnesses. There's no. You're not gonna get off from this. And so now an entire family has been destroyed, and you destroyed your family by seeking retaliation against a person who had nothing to do with your son's death. You're mad because this officer did it, but you killed this officer. The math ain't mathing. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. If his son was set up and he was just an innocent bystander, you increase your chances of getting justice for your son by not committing a crime that's going to go and dilute your testimony that he was a good kid. But if your son did do it, before you go kill somebody else, the first thing that we as parents must do is reassess ourselves, reassess what it is that we had going on in our household, and what was it that happened that caused our child to get to the point where they would go and get a weapon and steal a car and hang around that crowd. But a lot of our African American parents saying, you know what, if we want our children to be safe from what we deem to be crooked cops, we've got to encourage our kids to make sure they keep their noses clean. I know that people will falsely accuse you. I've been falsely accused not only by the police, but by church folk, by family, by friends, by co-workers. People, I mean, that's a part of life. Somebody's going to falsely accuse you. Somebody's going to lie on you. Somebody's going to try to set you up. But you can't go and try to pew pew everybody that do it. So what you have to do is, because you know that's out there, because you know that there are people who are going to go and try to defame your name, you have to position yourselves where it makes it easier for you to prove your case. But now, not only if there was an injustice, not only will your son not get justice, now you have lost your freedom. Now you have lost access to your family. You won't even get a chance to look at your son before they close that casket. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to only deepen your grief. That's going to make it even worse. It's bad enough now that you've lost your child, but now you put yourself in a situation where you can't even say goodbye to your baby. And people are egging that on. Black people, if you don't like what's going on in the police system, if you don't like what's going on in the judicial system, let's put things in place to get our kids off the street and in law school and on the police force and in positions of authority. You think that we're going to change things by allowing our kids to continue to run amok? You look at what the majority of all kids, but I'm just talking to black folks right now, but black and white folks, black folks, you know what I'm talking about. You want, look at what they're putting up. Our children are on social media doing everything that is a stereotype for our community. Our girls are they're half naked. They're all of the videos and the content, the majority that they're putting out there actually paves the way for them to only be set up later on, for them to fail later on in life. And there are some black people that have the mindset that no matter what I do, you better not say nothing to me because you owe me because of what Master did to my ancestors years ago. That it don't work. Y'all ain't learned yet. Don't did all of this. We're still facing these injustices. Things don't get better when you burn the building. He said, obviously, she is grief stricken. Her son was taken away and no justice is being done. And the she, who is she? I don't know who she is. Yeah, it is. I'm looking at, and the people in the comments are saying, and just because at least it was a cop that died, y'all, this is the society that we're living in. And y'all don't think that that mindset is just going to resonate within the African American community? Y'all got mad when y'all said that it was white folks just going around to kill black people. So y'all, this is going to be tit for tat. You kill one of ours, we'll kill one of yours. You do this to us, we'll do this to yours. So this is back and forth, and it puts all of it, well, those of us who are a part of God's kingdom, we're protected by God, but it puts a lot of people in harm's way because that mindset is entertained. I ain't got to get to you, but I'll just get to somebody who has the same color as you, or the same hair as you, or lives in the same neighborhood as you. We need to talk to our young people, and we need to make sure that we're pouring into them seeds of wisdom. They're going to help them to grow and be productive citizens in this world. On the other hand, if that young man did have a gun, and if he did shoot the officer, they still would have said, it doesn't matter. Because I've seen other cases where there have been instances where an officer was shot and he was killed, or their life was taken, committing the crime, and people were still in the comments saying so. Yo, we got to pray. We've got to pray like never before. We've got to stay on top of what is going on, because you need to make sure that your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews are not entertaining that mindset on social media. You've got to make sure that you pay attention to what people are saying. They already think they have a free pass already. Right. Today's generation, who didn't have to sit in the back of the bus, who didn't have to drink from a colored only water fountain, who have the right to vote, who can go to any school that they want to, who out at whatever time of the night they want to actually say that they got it bad. No, you don't have a bad day. You don't. It's never gonna go away. Something that I know will always be here. It said it's freezing. Let me know if y'all can hear me again, please. I know we're trying to weather the storm here. I know that we're trying to weather the storm here. I agree with you, Miss Anita. Our people perish because of the lack of the mindset. Some people love the chaos. Some people actually love the chaos. They love everything that comes with chaos. They actually get a high off of the chaos. So it's important now that we really be mindful even of our surroundings and the people that are around us, because y'all, I'm coming to warn you all, this is the mindset of the people. So now we've got people black and white on TikTok right now going back and forth, basically making excuses for murder. And because there are some people, black and white, that says it doesn't matter if you actually go and harm the person who hurt you or that's in their same gender. That's all that matters. Y'all, that is a lot that we have to pray for, because this is where we are in life. The easiest way, by still in the car, by not having the weapon. He didn't have the weapon with him. This is what they're saying on the police end. If he had not stolen the car, and if he did not have the weapon, then there wouldn't have been any police chase. But even if he did rob his friends in a stolen car, what if he just would have sat there in the car and not ran? Your chances of survival and your chances of justice would have increased a little bit. I know there are some people that are trigger happy. I know that there are some. It made it easier for families to get justice when they went and they took and stripped the enemy of their power. This is what I mean, nobody don't want to hear it. They just want to be able to play the race card and do whatever that you don't get to do. The judicial system is never, ever, 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 ever going to change its laws to suit because there was racism at once upon a time. Black people can do whatever they want and not face the consequences. Because we've had police officers who have unjustly taken the lives of some of our people, that mean all black people get it. It's never going to become that way. Get that out of your minds. Get it out of your head. It's never going to happen. As long as you keep that. Okay. Though, who's trying to take us back? It's always going to be racism. been about we've all my racism, but racism did not stop us from becoming who we are today. When I found myself in a place where they were trying to hold me back, when God said it was time to move, either He moved them so that I could grow, or He moved me so that I could grow. Either way, they can't ever take us back to slavery. I know a lot of people are out there fear trying to do, and this is what they're trying to do. But when you identify, when you are a child of God, you know that all power is in His hand, not man's. It's always going to be somebody. Y'all, I have been sharing with you all the different stories. I'm 48. Y'all, I've got decades and decades and decades of story time to share with you all, because I mean, I understand to come my way. I mean, you just let it happen and come my way. I didn't realize that He was setting me up for content and testimonials to share with those of you years later. But I know familiar with what it's like to have someone try to set you up. They were my own people. That was in a position of authority and power. It was a black woman who told the white woman not to give me the raise. So when it comes to that, it really isn't a matter of color. It's a matter of your heart. It's a spirit thing. Oh, so you're still saying that you can't hear? Yes, this is a very important message, y'all. And I might, if it's still freezing, I'm just gonna take it to I want to go back to Facebook. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this to Facebook because this is a message that's going to have to get out there. I know it's going in and out. I don't want to have to go in and out. Y'all, I'm trying to figure this thing out because they keep making changes to I'm trying. I am so trying. All right. Y'all want me to take it to Facebook? Hey, don't let her have to go through because she's for those of you who hear me, just say Facebook. I'm gonna take it to Facebook. I'm gonna go get some water. All right. I will be at Facebook at 4 o'clock. It's 3:57 now. I'll see you on Facebook, y'all. I'll see you in this thing. Okay.